Do y'all remember SZA's red hair era? This is given very that, but make it a little bit more chocolatey and delicious. And if y'all want to see how I got this gorgeous curly colored look, then let's go ahead and get into it. I'm starting with my bald cap already on so we can get straight into this gorgeous wig from OQ Hair. I went ahead and washed her already. I just love the way that my wigs style, the way that they wear, the way that they smell, just the overall vibe after you wash a wig. Of course, you can install it straight out of the bag, especially a wig like this. But for me personally, I love to give her a good shampoo and condition, which I did. So the curls are nice and loose and soft, but look at this parting space. This is a 13x6 chocolate wig from OQ Lace. The texture is Burmese curly and I have a 26-inch. So even when it's super curly like this, she still has a little length to her. And if I straightened her, it'll be sickening, okay? She came with all the usual suspects. I went ahead and took out the adjustable strap on the inside because I am gonna do a little glueless melt today. And I have been fiending for, okay? Just yearning, okay, for a deep middle part. So this 13x6 frontal is gonna give me all the parting space I need to get a nice, deep, sexy Moses parted the seas middle part, and I'm so excited. For prep, all I had to do was tighten the drawstring in the back. I made her a little tight because I like for my wigs to be snug as a bug in a rug, okay? Like I said, I took out the adjustable strap, so really tightening this drawstring gives me the hold that I want. And from there, we can literally just pop her on. All of the hard work is done for you. She's already colored, she's already plucked, the lace is already cut. At this point, y'all, all I really needed to do was just trim a little bit of lace from behind my ear so that she fit really nicely, and that's it. She's ready to install. And this hairline is stunning. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a little bit on the lighter skin side. I will never claim to be light skin, I am caramel, but I'm on the lighter caramel spectrum, okay? Sometimes for a darker wig, I'll have to go ahead and bleach my knots a little bit lighter for them to give me that real scalp effect. But with color wigs, they just look so nice and natural, especially being that this one was really plucked to the gods, okay? We all know when they first start calling wigs pre-plucked, they were not. You still have to go in and do a little bit of work, but this wig is genuinely pre-plucked. She's laying beautifully, and I love the scalloped edge on the cut lace, so it's not super straight and super obvious. If you are a beginner and you wanna try something a little spicy but not too crazy, this is your girl. The color is nice, but it's not too crazy. The curl pattern is beautiful and full and has lots of texture, but it'll be easy to manage. This is a great wig for the beginner who wants to dabble a little bit, who want to get a little spicy, who want to get her little toes wet with the big girls, you know? This is the wig for you. And I don't know many people this color would not be flattering on. I always have and always will love a glueless install, but the wigs have been coming with these tapes that I love. They're super easy to install, super easy to remove. And for me, a girl who can lay a wig with the best of them, but I always have trouble with my ear tabs, my little like sideburn pieces. Applying a piece of tape will literally alleviate that. You will have no more sideburn liftage. Sometimes you may need to trim the tape a little bit to make it fit your head, but overall adding this step has changed the game for my glueless wig installs. I actually feel like I'm able to get those celebrity hairstylist type installs when I add the tapes because the sideburns make a huge difference in how natural your wig looks. When I see them sideburns lifted, I don't care how HD the lace is, girl. The jig is up. Now, once we have those tapes placed, we can go ahead and lay our lace exactly where we want it. And don't worry, if you lay it down and it's not perfect, you can lift it right back up. The tapes are not permanent. You have a little playroom with the tapes. It's not like glue where once you lay the hair in it, it gets really messy. Breathe. You got this. You're okay. I need a little cleanliness with my wig installs. I feel like when I take my time and keep everything nice and organized, that's when they come out the best. So I'm spraying a little bit of water on a brush and just brushing all the hair straight back and kind of cleaning up the hairline a little bit before we go into actually melting the lace. Now for our melting product today, I'm using my Bold Hold Lace Jelly, and I'm using this for a multitude of reasons. One, it gives a really, really nice quality hold. It's glueless. We love to see it. Two, I'm going for a no baby hair look today. I know. It's still me, your girl. It's me. They ain't MK Ultra me yet, honey. But I feel like with all the curls and all the color, Adding baby hair might just make this look a little wiggy, a little too much. So with this product, not only can I apply it with a small brush and lay my lace down, but I can also use it as like an edge control to create some nice soft swoops going straight back. Not quite baby hair, but just giving the hairline a little bit of shape, a little shaping, if you will. Then once I have everything exactly where I want it, I'm gonna hit it with my blow dryer on medium heat just to kind of activate that product, dry it down a bit, and then I'm going in with an elastic band to melt her to smithereens. Okay, we need her laid, fried, dyed, and laid to the side, okay? And while our lace is melting, we can start to get into the styling. I got my hot comb on hell, okay? The highest setting. I'm just playing. I think my hot comb goes from 1 to 20. I tend to keep it on 15. I will take it to 20 if I need to. I normally reserve it for super kinky wigs, but I'll turn it up a notch in a minute. However, I have it on about 15, medium high heat, and I'm just hitting the edges because I like that little bit of lift in the front of my hairline. And I also like for my middle part to lay super flat, but I want the curls to be big and juicy. So I'm really pressing that hair out around my part, getting everything laid in the right direction. I'm getting that little lift in the front that I love, but I'm leaving the curls at the end alone. I'm not going anywhere past the roots. And it can be counterintuitive to press your hair out and then go ahead and define the curls, but I assure you, it makes a difference. You want volume, not a tall wig, okay? Don't do it. Just trust me, honey, please. Now, once I have all of the hair smooth to my liking, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer on a small angled brush and just define my part a little bit. I don't like to bring this all the way to the edge. I like to start at maybe like a centimeter or so behind the front lace. And it just adds a little pop, especially with a colored wig. You want your part to be nice and defined. Now, I might not be doing baby hairs, but y'all know that it's still me in here. I'm blinking twice because I have to do some layers. That is where I draw the line, especially with a curly wig. I love volume. I love shape. Curly hair in general. You can have the most beautiful curls, but if you don't got no shape to your hair, it's gonna look a hot ass mess. And I refuse for my subscribers to look a hot ass mess. As a unit, as a record label, as a staff, and as a unit, we will be cute. We will be put together. We will be fabulous at all times. Okay, when y'all tell people that I'm y'all girl, they gonna look at you and they gonna know. So yes, I am parting out from the crown of my head to just behind my ears, over directing that hair forward, sliding my shears down ever so slightly, opening and closing them to create the most beautiful beveled layers you ever did see on this side of the Mason-Dixie, because that's what I do. That's what I teach you, okay? But let me stop playing. In all seriousness, I'm using my shears, opening and closing them, sliding down the hair to create a nice sloped layered effect. What this does for my face shape is give my curls some shape, give me some volume. Now, depending on your face shape, you might want to go for a blunt cut at the bottom. You might want to add in a little bang. You might want to, spice her up. Do not leave your wigs on factory settings. When you look at a hairstyle, 9 times out of 10, you like the styling, the cut, the color, something that makes it personal, something that gives it a little bit of pizzazz, okay? Don't just put these wigs on, define the curls, and walk outside. Give it something. Give it a little shape, please. Like, start with just trimming the ends. You don't have to start with layers. Start with trimming the ends on your wigs. If you need to, order one length up. Give her a little trim and it will make the biggest difference in the way that your wig looks and the way that it lasts, because yes, girl, wigs have split ends too. And you just want an overall nice and clean, healthy look. Like, just trust me, okay? Cut them wigs, cut them bundles. It's just hair. Play with it. And I get it. You want to be able to reuse your wigs. You want to be able to reuse your hair. You can just go shorter next time, girl. Trust me. What started off as 26 inches in 3 years could be a bob. The hair is still fabulous. Now, I wanted to really accentuate the Burmese curls on this hair. So of course, I'm going to do my little ringlet styling. I wet the hair down, apply a little bit of my Most Def foam, brush her through, and then I kind of twist it around my fingers like it's giving like cheerleader tease until it creates this really pretty ringlet curl. And allowing the hair to dry in its position is how it continues to look like the Burmese curly that y'all really, really like, with those really cute, heavy, bouncy ringlets at the bottom. This is how you get that look. After every wash, you can recreate it. So we have one side defined, one side not defined, and of course we can't keep it like that, honey. So I went ahead and finished the other side. And this is what it looks like after it air dries, about 80%. I'm gonna use my blow dryer on high heat. I'm not gonna lie, baby. Your girl was in a pinch, she was tired, she ready to go. And I just went over the hair with the blow dryer until it was 100% dry. I couldn't find my melting spray, and I did want to give it a little extra melt. So I'm going in with some Got2b spray. I sprayed it in the top, applied it with a brush just to the very edges of the wig to get it nice and melted. And then I'm going to reapply my elastic band. And while the hair was drying, I kind of lost that little lift in the front that I'm obsessed with. So I'm going back in with my hot comb and just pressing it straight back and giving it kind of like a crease in the front. It allows for the hair to be really big and fluffy, but it's not too much in my face. I feel like my bone structure looks better when my face is open, especially with curly hair. It can kind of overtake my features really easily. So I like to kind of have everything going straight back in the front and then down. And it just looks so much more flattering, so much cleaner on me. I don't know if it's just a personal preference, but let me know if I'm tripping. Do you like your hair like this as well? Like, it's something about that little waterfall in the front that I just think is so beautiful. And now it's time to separate the curls. So I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Paris Oil Serum. I'm just applying a little bit to my hands, rubbing it through and gently separating the curls so we can have a nice full look and keep the ringlets that we worked so hard for. I like big fluffy hair, so I'm going in and really separating these curls, but you can do it to your liking. If you like more clumped curls, more definition, you don't have to separate it as much. Play with it, see what you like, and it's just hair. You can always try again next time, honey, and try something different. If you haven't tried this technique yet with your Burmese curly hair and you've been kind of missing that texture that it originally came with, try this technique out and let me know what you think. Because I've been seeing y'all stressing about washing your Burmese curly hair and not getting that same definition. And we paid too much money for this hair to not get it to look how we want it to look. So hopefully this helps. She's looking gorgeous so far. I wanted to kind of tint the lace a little bit. So first I went in with a small fluffy brush and my foundation powder, but it was a little too light. So then I went ahead and grabbed my bronzer brush that I used when I was doing my makeup, and it had a little extra product on it. I don't want no judgment, okay? It was just enough. If I actually applied the bronzer, it would have made my lace too dark. But having a brush with a little bronzer product left over on it kind of blended her into my lace a little bit. And it was the perfect match without getting my lace super caked up with product. That's not fun to do, not fun to clean, and not fun to look at. Now for a little blackety black finishing step, because it is still February, I'm going in with my Afro pick, and I'm using this to just create a little bit more volume in the roots. Like I said, y'all, I love big hair. I love big hair in a controlled big hair kind of way. I want definition, but I also want volume, and this is how you get it. Go hard on the definition, and then we're going to separate the curls and use our pick to really create that volume in the roots that we want. It just works. It just does. I don't know. But you be the judge. This is the finished look, and I personally am in love. I'm enthralled, actually. I think that she's gorgeous. I love the color. I love the texture. I love the cut. I love the lace. I feel like she was fun to install because I got to do a little something, but it was also super duper easy. And the next time I install this wig is gonna be a cakewalk. The first time you install a brand new wig is always the hardest. And this one wasn't hard at all. So I know when I reinstall it, literally it's gonna be a breeze. If I get to reinstall it, girl, because I really wanna give it to my mom. This color is literally her color. I feel like I'm cheating on her just wearing it, to be honest. But I love this hair. All the details will be down below in the description box if you guys wanna check it out, as well as any coupon codes that I have in my possession. I'm here to teach, I'm here to help you save coins, I'm here for a little inspiration, if you will. So all the details about the hair, as well as all of the products that I used today, will be down below. I love you guys so much. Make sure that you are subscribed, please, because we are almost to 100K and I am so excited. I really want to hit 100K this year. Send this video to your homegirl. Send it to your cousin. Tell them I'm funny, okay? I'm funny and my hair be cute. Like, that's the selling point. Send it to everyone. Put it in a group chat. Thank you, friend. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye, babes.